Hey friends, welcome back. This is The Pull. I'm Adam, and this is Carnage Comics. Let's get into it. Our first comic today is Captain America number 13. And guys, this is going to be my last issue of Captain America. I'm going to drop this off my pull list after this week. Man, I've been back and forth on this series. I don't have a problem with the wordiness. I really like the first arc. This new arc with the front door has just not been for me. I feel like it just kind of squandered here towards the end. It's finishing up, tomorrow, but I don't think there's anything that could happen in that issue that's going to make me want to keep reading it. Next up, we have Geiger number 6. So in the last issue, we had Geiger fighting the electrician, and he overcomes. And basically, this is going to be what happens after. So he's got his dog back, and his dog is doing really well. Guess I should have thrown out a spoiler warning, but it is a month old at this point, so I'm not going to really hold back here. I'm going to get cover A, and I probably will get one of the two variant covers. There's an awesome one with Geiger reading a book and sitting with his dog. I really love that one. That's probably the one I'm going to get, but there's also another one where his dog Barney and him are sitting around a fire in the ruins of a city, and then in the ruins there's like a skull. It's actually pretty cool. So maybe I end up with both. Who knows? So, all right, moving on. We have Transformers number 12. In our last issue, we had the Transformers coming up with a way to save Ratchet, and basically they're going to find a backdoor into the Decepticon base and try and steal him out. So they have Magnus, who is been repaired, and he's going to help fight. And so they go through this portal, and Magnus has like PTSD and like can't do it because he was tortured by sound waves. So he pieces out. And this issue was really good because I really liked how they developed the personality of the two female Autobots. I think it's RC and Alita 1. And they actually... they're kind of similar, so both are pink and both are side characters. So I like that Daniel Warren Johnson was able to give them some personality, so you can kind of feel the difference. And so when you see them, you know that they're different and they don't just fill the same role. I really love Daniel Warren Johnson on this. I'm really sad to hear that after another 10 issues or so, he's going to be taking a step back. So hopefully, after this arc finishes with him, that they can keep the ball rolling, and this continues to be awesome because I've really loved Transformers, and I'll be sad to see him go. So on this one, I'm going to be getting obviously cover A, but there's also an open order variant. It's like Magnus, I believe, and it's like zoomed in on his face. Really sick cover. And then that one's by Jorge Corona, and then the other one is a 1 in 25 by Mike Spicer. It's awesome. It's sick. If this is under $15, I'll probably pick it up. If it's more than that, I might have to pass. But it's a really cool looking cover. I really love it. And we'll just kind of have to wait and see. Next up, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 2. So the first issue of this was spectacular. Jason Aaron has done a phenomenal job. And basically these first 4 issues are seeing where the turtles are currently at and like kind of what's going on in their lives. In the first issue, because they're all separated. In the first issue, we got Raphael, and he's in prison. In this issue, we have Michelangelo, so we get to see where he's at and what's going on with him. And I'm just going to get there's like a portrait, on a colored frame. They had a red one for Raphael. For this one, they have an orange one, so that'd be the one that I pick up. I'm probably not going to pick up any of the others, but there are a lot of great open variants for this, and excited to see where the story goes. Moving on, now we have Uncanny X-Men number 2, and this is written by Gail Simone, and it features Jubilee, Rogue, Gambit, and Wolverine, and I believe later it'll have Nightcrawler in it as well. I just really love this issue, this series. And in this, you have Rogue, who's really conflicted about taking up the leadership of the X-Men and continuing Xavier's mission. She seems to be the only one that wants to. And so there's kind of this back and forth. There's this dragon and yada, yada, yada. Like the first issue is pretty good. And then at the end of the issue, these kids show up and they ask for help. And so I think that's what this issue is going to be about. They're going to go into the woods and help these kids fight this new bad. And I really like it because Rogue's one of my favorite characters. I think she has great personality. She has a great backstory, and the trouble that she's had where she's not able to touch people. I've always loved Rogue. So really cool comic. And yeah, so that is that one. Let's go. So I think one of the reasons that I don't like very many covers this week is that for whatever reason, Marvel has decided to do a Godzilla variant for a lot of their titles. And I don't know. I don't see why Godzilla has anything to do with Marvel. I mean, back in the day, I get it. Like maybe there's an anniversary here where they wrote a Godzilla comic book, but current readers couldn't care less. If I'm being honest, let's be blunt. Like nobody gives a shit. Like nobody wants these covers. No one's gonna buy these covers. Let's not do this. I want to see good cover done by great artists that feature the characters in the comic book. It's the same thing when they did the Deadpool ones and Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Like, yeah, okay, there's a few people that are going to collect all of those, but most people are not interested in those because it has nothing to do with the comic book. They need to stop doing this. And this is just my little rant for today. So, and that, guys, is the poll. I hope you like this content. Thanks for swinging by. What are you getting at your comic shops? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe. Appreciate you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.